So you're interested in becoming an elite fighter, the best of the best, a special forces operative to be deployed when shit gets real? Sure you are. And chances are you're interested for only one reason. No, I'm not talking about knowing how to kill someone with a spoon, being able to live for a week on wind and a handful of dirt, embodying the sharp point at the end of the spear that pierces the breast of any threat to your civilization and tears up their innards something fierce. Nah! We're talking slogans. Here's a crocked top 10 list of Special Forces slogans chosen by our readers with editorial assistance from me to remove the suggestions made by morons. You know who you are. Most of these are in translation, so if you read one and don't crap yourself, all we can say is study hard, read it in the original, and get your shit-stained self back to us then. Here we go! 10. The Corpse Crafters. Carefree Narwhal Force 6. We think Corpse Crafters is really too cool for the number 10 spot. When the runt of your group is over 2 meters tall and capable of snatching a shark out of the water, punching it to death, and wearing the animal like a scarf, you're pretty damn badass. But the truth is that Narwhal Force 6 mostly sits around hoping somebody foolish enough to try an invasion comes along. To earn a spot, Narwhal Force 6 members go through a crazy 3-week training cycle culminating in the need to go out naked, craft some sort of weapon, then find, hunt down, and kill a, you guessed it, narwhal. And they have to do it in a really short period of time. We wouldn't be surprised if it was like an hour or less. Still in all, if they want to creep up higher on the list, they'll need to prove themselves in a war or 10. 9. The Night Terrors is like Dream Enders. It's hard to really call the Dream Enders a Special Forces group. The only group with less organization on this list is the Lost One Projectors. Islight have all the ability to form and stay committed to a serious group of hardcore killers as my pet salamander Bud. On the other hand, we're talking about men and women who can walk right up to you, fall instantly asleep, and pull a creature of nightmare out of nowhere and up into your face. We're talking people made entirely out of razor blades, winged tigers with scorpion tails, gorillas with shark heads, hands, and pricks, or that freaky kid from your neighborhood, the one who ate tacks and nails. We're told there is no formal training to becoming a Dream Ender. We're pretty sure that traumatic childhood events and a natural inclination towards psychopathy probably go a long way to earning you a spot. 8. Exsanguination in Extreme, Simon Don's Kill Sorority. The number 8 spot on our list is reserved for the first real professional cluster of combatants. The Kill Sorority is all female, but apparently you've got to sport at least 2 pair of big brass ones to have a shot at membership. Training is mostly of the on-the-job variety, and the sort of jobs they take on are mostly of the kill-'em-until-they're-dead variety. No fuss, no muss, no attempt at style. When all you've got is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. When all you've got is the Kill Sorority, every problem looks like sushi. We have it on good authority that there are no actual sisters in the sorority. Some folks suggest that offing your sister is considered the best way to get an invite. Given these ladies' track record, we can believe it. 7. Shadow Riders, Berlin Elite Equestrians. Okay, so Shadow Riders is cheesy and weak. We get that. Equestrians ups the cheese and weak factors by bunches. So, why are these crazy felt sporters on the list? We'll give you 3 reasons. 1. They travel so light that sometimes the food goes to the horses and the EEs get their nourishment by opening up a vein and sucking blood from their mount. 2. They're so serious about traveling silently that they came up with a sign language consisting of thousands of words, and they put little padded baggies over their horses' hooves. 3. Each one of them can hit a bullseye with a short bow and arrow while riding their horse at a gallop, hanging on and controlling their mount with nothing but their knees. So yeah, laugh at the name. Just don't be surprised if an arrow catches that laugh in your throat. 6. The Gentlemen Callers, Chudglar Master Scouts. To be honest, any translation of Chudglar into writing is going to lose some nuance. We went with Gentlemen Callers, but a more accurate translation would include the suggestion that the Master Scouts are going to screw your mother, rip off your father's head and piss down his neck, and take your sister to the prom, all while leaping up and going all death from above on your ass with a 2-meter-long spear. The Master Scouts make a point of taking in members from as many different totems as possible. We hear the butterfly totem guy is so dangerous, Chudglar on his list have decided to cover themselves in honey and throw themselves on an anthill rather than face his fluttery wrath. We can only imagine how the Wolverine totem guy comes across. Any way you look at it, this is a menagerie of menace with a place in any showcase of truly bug-crazy warriors. 5. The Walking Dead. Fend dead. First, we should be clear that the dead rarely walk. They run. Run straight at you without a sound. Their goal seems to be to freak you out so bad your heart ends up in your throat so they can skewer a vital internal organ while thrusting a freaking fist spike the size of your forearm through your neck. These are men and women who wake up one morning and decide they'd rather be dead. So, they tell everybody they know that they are dead. And everybody they know has a funeral for them. Wrap up their freaking body in a shroud, cry like there's no tomorrow, and never acknowledge them again. And why do they have the urge to act all corpseified? Because once everybody figures you're dead, you can take the best defense is a good offense idea to its logical extreme. No defense leaves you with all offense, and whoo, mama, are they offensive. If you're looking for a wall of flesh with a whole lot of pointy bits to collapse on top of your enemies, and who isn't, look no farther. 4. Tripping the light unyielding. Landmark Lost One projectors. Number 4 on our list is basically a bald-faced lie. The projectors are a special forces group in the same way a dude's dong is a group of phalli. Tripping the light unyielding is a translation of one Lost One projector's favorite thing to say. Fact is, nobody knows what the hell he was talking about, but how could we not put Lost Ones on this list? It'd be like leaving teeth out of our list of favorite things to bite into apples with. There's no doubt there are a bunch of Lost Ones who call themselves projectors. Apparently, there's no test, no admissions policy, and no training. You just decide one day that the best thing to do with your life is spend all your time projecting the landmark culture into the surrounding territory, mostly by beating the ever-loving crap out of anybody foolish enough to live in the surrounding territory. Sure, you get some clumsy yahoos who just call themselves projectors, but survival of the fittest makes them its bitch real quick, and we end up with just a few hairy, thumbless, fast as frick hand-to-hand combatants who work magic that relies on their opponent's strikes to power up. That's worth reading again. We'll wait for you. That's right. Every time you punch or kick or swing a sword or whatever at them, you're powering up some kind of spell. It's just a matter of how long they feel like toying with you before releasing all your energy back at you and turning your skeleton into day-old poi. 3. Death in the Dark. Clocks Rangers. Dyed-in-the-wool gluttons for training who wrapped up Elite Warrior School with a yawn and said, "When does this shit get real?" So they spent another couple of years in Secret Ranger School. Near as we can figure, they spend that 2 years clear-cutting forest with their foreheads, skipping around blindfolded, chewing gravel, and defending the Cloxic city-states from the threat of being flooded under a tidal wave of pure grain alcohol. Whatever the truth is, they come out with the sort of cocky walk sported by alpha predators, the insane, and planet-annihilating asteroids. Nearly always held in reserve by the powers that be, rumor has it that the Rangers have been lobbying to be set loose. All we know is that we go to sleep every night loudly saying, "Gosh, I sure do love and respect the Rangers," just in case. 2. Swift, silent, sudden. Simon Don's Stalk Mistresses. Yeah, we hear you. We hear you out there talking smack about us being all equal opportunity and stuff with this list. One group from every gated civ, we hear you. Okay? We freaking hear you! There are gnomes coming out of my eyes! Sorry. Anyway, you're right. We wanted some representation across the board. You're a friggin' genius for figuring that out. Now can we get back to the top 2? Can we? Hold on, let me take one more sip of Daddy's special medicine. Much better. Where were we? Oh yeah, female assassins with tails. You meet cute, chase after them, buy them dinner and flowers, get them into the sack, and they pull out your intestines through your rectum, spool them up around your forearms, and start knitting a sweater out of them before you realize she's maybe not going to go down on you. That's right. We're talking stalk mistresses. You gotta be fast. You gotta be strong. You gotta be smoking hot. Got all that? Sign up and get faster, stronger, and hotter than ever. And that silent part? Let's just say that the chick you brought home will be handing off that sweater she knitted to your security detail perched right outside the bedroom door. She'll check the look on their faces, and then she'll collect their faces and use them as trading cards. Damn! 1. Poison Spit, Acid Blood, Iron Will. Berlain Brothers of the Dagger. But the number 1 spot? For the number 1 spot, we gotta go Berlain. Is there really another choice? The Brothers of the Dagger are, you guessed it, armed with daggers. Iron daggers. We're talking weapons made of the stuff that lets them glide through your grandpappy's very bestest bronze helmet like... Actually, it's pretty hard to ram iron through bronze, but it is possible. So anywho, they train with these things until they're able to put them right where they'll do the most good, like the eye slit in your grandpappy's very bestest bronze helmet, or wherever. Just the dagger tricks would get these serious death merchants on the list, but these guys and gals don't stop there. They've loaded up with the very best magic and technology their culture can scrounge up. Since that includes the very best magic and technology from something like 24 other cultures that the Berlin Met shook hands with and absorbed, here are just 4 of the reputed highlights. 1. That poison spit thing? Real. 2. That acid blood thing? Real. Plus, it turns out they piss acid, too, which means that some poor bastard has got to go to the clinic saying, "Doctor, it hurts when he pees on me." 3. That iron will thing, it refers to their ability to push pain out of their mind for a few hours, lets them take your best shot, shake it off, and return the compliment with interest. 4. A common pastime / exercise regime for the bros of the D is doing horse presses, which is exactly what it sounds like. So, what are you waiting for? Sell your soul to whatever dark forces you can find. Swear away your sanity. Pick up a rock and find yourself a peck of psychopaths to play with. Maybe you too can grab death by the balls and yank hard for victory.